You keep swapping outbound tools, rewriting emails, and adding AI, but reply rates are still flat. You tweak sequences, upgrade platforms, maybe even send more volume, and it feels like progress, but nothing's actually converting. Let me be direct with you. If you're optimizing tools before fixing targeting and sequencing logic, you're just helping bad strategy fail faster. All you're doing is sending better emails to the wrong people. In this video, I'll walk you through the outbound tool ladder. The exact order tools should be layered, not based on theory, based on what actually works inside sales teams right now. So you stop wasting time with clever emails no one reads, fix reply rates without adding volume, and finally get outbound to compound instead of stall. Let's go. You've probably sent thoughtful, polite, well-written messages and still watched them go nowhere. Here's what that looks like. A rep sends a clear email with a subject like quick question and copy like just reaching out to see if you'd be open to a quick chat about improving pipeline velocity. Silence. It's not because your copy sucked, it's because your copy was invisible. Buyers, especially founders and revenue leaders, are skimming in survival mode. You've got 2 seconds to earn their brain space. Most reps talk about what they can see, not what it means. Noticed your hiring doesn't land. Try this instead. When teams hire fast, pipeline looks healthy on paper, but in reality, coverage gaps and handoff chaos. That's the shift. That's what makes someone pause and go, wait, that's us. So while your copy might be polite and grammatically correct, buyers are scanning for relevance, not professionalism, which means being nice doesn't stop them from deleting your message in 2 seconds. AI didn't break outbound, but it did amplify a mistake most teams were already making. Here's the mistake. They add automation before strategy. They scale before they aim, and AI makes that even worse. It speeds up execution, but it doesn't fix your logic. The result? More messages, same bad outcomes, and you're burning through your market faster. Most teams don't lack tools, they lack sequence. So while AI gives you speed and volume, it also removes the friction that used to force you to think, which means bad targeting decisions now happen at scale instead of one message at a time. Everyone wants to start with copy or sequences, but outbound actually starts earlier than that. This is where most of outbound breaks, because reps pull massive lists and pray messaging saves them. You want to fix that? Start with account logic. Use tools like Sales Navigator plus Enrichment, Full Enrich, Prospeo, whatever works, to build a list of 15 to 50 accounts a day, not 1,000. Then before adding any account, write one sentence. We're reaching out because they just hired 5 AEs, which usually means handoff chaos and lead loss. If you can't write the why you're reaching out sentence, the account doesn't belong in outbound. One team stopped letting reps spray accounts with no logic. Same messages, better targets. Reply rates went from 1% to almost 4% in under a month. When you build lists without trigger logic, your messaging has to work twice as hard to create relevance. But when you only add accounts with a clear reason for now, the same copy performs 4 times better because context does half the work. Most people open AI tools and immediately ask for email copy, and that's exactly why their messages sound generic. AI is bad at persuasion, but great at pattern recognition. So don't ask it for copy. Ask it what breaks. Tell it the trigger. Ask it, why do most teams struggle after X? Then pull out one uncomfortable truth. That becomes your angle. Instead of saying, noticed you added reps, say, most teams that add sellers quickly see drop-off in op quality within 30 days. Know why? The old list gets recycled and no one updates the ISP. That hits harder. One team used AI only for angle discovery. Meetings went from 25% to 35% in 3 weeks. Same length, sharper message. So while AI can write clean copy, it's better at surfacing patterns buyers feel but don't say, which means you get sharper angles without sounding like every other AI-generated email. Most sequences fail not because they're too short, but because they're incoherent. Most reps treat sequences like calendars. Step 1, just following up. Step 2, wanted to bump this. Step 3, any thoughts? It's noise. Sequencing is pressure. It's repeating one idea until it lands. 80% of replies happen after 5 to 6 touches, but 80% of reps quit after 4. Sequencing rules. One problem. Each step deepens it. Calls and emails support each other. Short beats clever. Here's how that actually looks. Email 1. Hard to get clean outbound data. Email 3. Reps chasing dead leads because of it. Email 5. Effort looks high, results stay flat. Same issue, more pressure. A team rebuilt sequences around a single problem, pipeline leaks post-handoff. Meetings per rep doubled in 6 weeks. No added volume. If you introduce a new angle in every touchpoint, you dilute the original problem. But when you keep hammering one issue from different angles, the urgency compounds and buyers finally respond on touch 5 or 6. Once targeting, messaging, and sequencing are aligned, there's one final lever that changes how outbound feels entirely. Cold email isn't broken, random email is. If you're still waking up, pulling a static list, and hoping for a good day, you're not doing outbound. You're just guessing. The fix? Trigger-based outbound. Use tools like Common Room or Trigify to shift from who should I hit today to who just did something that makes outreach make sense right now. Instead of cold emailing every RevOps lead in SaaS, you filter for the ones that just posted in a LinkedIn thread about pipeline hygiene, just hired a new enablement lead, or just rolled out HubSpot. Now your message starts with saw your team's conversation about pipeline bloat. That usually shows up right before op quality dips and win rates stall. That's not scraped. That's situational awareness. One team added triggered outreach, 5 to 7% reply rates, not interested, actual interest, real replies, threads that started conversations. When you reach out based on scraped data alone, buyers don't feel chosen. But when you respond to something they actually did, your timing creates context and your message stops feeling cold. Replies and meetings feel good, but they can hide deeper problems. Activity doesn't equal progress. You can book 20 meetings and still close 0 deals. Why? Because polite interest isn't pipeline. That's where revenue intelligence tools come in like Momentum.io, Clary, Gong, or even CRM dashboards, not to forecast, but to diagnose. Your outbound isn't working until deals move, not just meetings booked, but champions made, next steps locked, urgency triggered, tag all outbound sourced ops, track how far they move, watch where they stall. If they all die after step 2, that's not a demo problem, that's a messaging problem. One team saw 60% of outbound ops stall after send me more info. They fixed the first message, added urgency, not just curiosity, and pipeline quality jumped in under 6 weeks. When you measure success by meetings booked, you can't see the difference between curiosity and intent. But when you track how far deals actually move, you catch messaging problems before they become pipeline problems. At the end of the day, outbound has one job, and it's not what most people think. Outbound isn't about activity, it's not about getting a reply or even a meeting. It's about starting conversations that don't die after step 1. And if your system isn't built for that, no tool, no AI, no clever line will save it. When your outbound creates replies, but deals still stall after the first call, you've optimized for the wrong metric. And that's why the real test isn't whether someone responds, but whether they stay engaged long enough to actually close. If this hit, do 4 things. Drop a comment. What part are you testing this week? Share this with a teammate who's stuck in the spray and pray trap. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next one. And in the next video, I'm breaking down one outbound message that actually created real pipeline line by line and showing you exactly why it didn't stall. See you there.